So let's discuss about what is MSIX BlockMap.xml file or BlockMap.xml file. It is one of the most important files in MSIX structure format if we describe it. So this file is responsible for checking the integrity of the package, and also it helps in optimizing the update process. How it does? It holds the information of how a differential upgrade will be performed on the system. So let's look into it. What is an BlockMap.xml file? As stated, it is one of the most crucial component of the MSIX packaging format. It plays a significant role in checking the integrity of the application files, also optimizing the update process. And how it does? It performs the differential upgrades. So what is a blockmap.xml file? It is an XML file that contains list of all the files included in your package. That means, suppose your application is having chrome.exe or some other files. So this blockmap.xml will contain a list of all the files in your package, each and every file. And it stores the information such as file path. What is the file path? The location of the file path within the package. File size. What is the size of the file? Block size, the size of each block. Remember this thing, a block is a portion of a file, and it is of 64 KB. It's not more than that. So a block size is generally, we define it as a block is a portion of a file. It is just a portion of a file. And a block hash, that means suppose this is a block and it's of 64 KB size, then it will have a corresponding block hash as well. So this file is used during the installation, update, and repair to verify that the file in the package are intact, not tampered, and to efficiently and effectively apply updates. So how blockmap.xml ensures whether the package is not tampered with any of the malwares, or its integrity is still intact. So how it does? So it does this by ensuring using of the hashes, file hash, which is there in the blockmap.xml. So how it works? So when you install an MSIX package, Windows uses the blockmap.xml to verify that all files are intact and have not been tampered with, right? So first thing is that reading the blockmap.xml. During the installation process, the app installer service reads the blockmap.xml file. For each file in the package, the system calculates the hash for each block, for each file. Then the calculated hash for each block is then compared to the corresponding hash which is already listed in the blockmap.xml. So it generally comprises of three processes, which is first reading the blockmap.xml, second calculating hash, and third comparing hash. By this process, it ensures the application is not tampered, its integrity, and then on this basis, it will perform or optimize the update process. So generally, a blockmap.xml file look like this. It will have a scope started with the block map. We'll define it as a tag. So it's using a schema. Then, as it mentioned, your blockmap.xml will contains a list of all the files in your package. So suppose your file is this script vdi bridge bundle.js, and this is the location within this file. So this is your folder, client bindings, and this is your file. The size of the file is 26176, and then your file header size is 72. This file header size is generally contains a metadata about your file. So it has a metadata about what information this file holds. And then as we need to define each file into a particular block, so now each file should be divided into further sub blocks, and that block cannot exceed 64 KB size. So here, for example, this is the file which is of size this. and file header size is 72. Now we are dividing this file into further blocks. So a block is generally defined as a portion of file, right? So here in this case, block size is 6179. So what it does, a hash function will be applied onto this block and a unique hash value will be generated afterwards. So during the conversion of your MSIX package, your MSIX tool, during the runtime only, while conversion process is taking place, it will generate an app.block.xml file. That app.block.xml file will contain all these informations. Again, suppose your package is having another file with the name bundletrusted.js, which is under the folder client buildings. It's of size 34K and your file header size is 62. That means it contains metadata about your file. Now it is divided into a block. The block size is 7878 because it's lying within the container 64 KB. So we can divide it into only one block only. So now a hash function will be applied onto this block and a unique hash will be generated. This is that unique hash which is here. So this is a common structure of a blockmap.xml file. It has a list of all the files which is included in their package here, and it does it by having the file path, file size, block size, and a block hash function that is applied on uh, this block. So how it generally works, it's like, suppose you are converting your package, a normal MSI, EXE, AppPure, any package using any of the tools. Suppose here in this case, we are just uh, talking about MSX packaging tool. So during the conversion process, your MSX packaging tool will generate this apex blockmap.xml file. So if you unzip your MSIX package using some unzipping tool, you will find that blockmap.xml file there. So it will contain all the information about your package related with the file. So how it works? It's very simple. Like when you are trying to install that application onto your system, your app installer service will read this blockmap.xml file, and then what it will do, it will go to that block. It will go to each and every block, and then instead of just looking at this hash directly, your app installer service first apply a hash function directly onto this complete block. So it will generate a hash value, and then it will compare that hash value with the specified hash value in the blockmap.xml file. So in this way, during the comparison, if there is some differences that comes up, then that means your application is tempered and your application will fail, your installation will stop. So in that way, your appblock.xml file ensures the integrity of your package.